They battled in BC, Mango's in therapy, and Nintendo whips out another cease and desist.
This is the Rat City Recap.
Battle of BC 5 happened last weekend and definitely lived up to the super major name in more ways than one, adding another feature event to Canada and claiming the new spot as the biggest Smash tournament in the Pacific Northwest. Overall, the tournament was a huge success, with the venue being incredible and right on the water, along with the after party on a boat being a perfect D-Gen getaway.
Starting from the top of the results of the event, Cody Schwab took first place and continued to make the argument for himself being the #1 player this year. Cody beat Zuppy and Leffen before losing to Zane in winter semis, then coming back harder than ever, beating S2J 3-1, Jmook 3-1, Zane Game 5, and Amsa twice to take the coveted first place at the most stacked event since Genesis. Amsa, now Canadian resident, almost had it in the bag after beating Jmook and Zane in dominant fashion, leading to him sitting pretty in winner's side grand finals before Cody went on a tear. Zane took third place and Jmook took fourth, continuing to show that these four players in this era of Melee have truly formed a new guard of their own.
S2J, or as his jersey said for the weekend, 2SJ, surprisingly took 5th place in one of his highest placements yet, defeating Triff in top 8 before losing to the winner of the event, but unfortunately, S2J's run wasn't without defeating Mango's Marth, which we'll get to in a sec. Leffen also took 5th place, continuing the rivalry with Juan, beating Hungrybox for 7th before inflicting water damage to Hbox.
Speaking of water damage, Hungrybox also had his backpack drenched before playing his top 48 matches, making his biggest rival, like most Smash players at the major, water for the weekend. That joke works for both being dehydrated and Smashers not showering. Battle of BC was surely one of our favorite events to watch this year, and you can almost certainly find us in Vancouver next time.
At Battle of BC 5, after just scraping by Aklo Game 5, Mango lost to Jmook 3-0 in winners, sending off a diss tweet right after losing, something that's unfortunately becoming another The Mango. Once dropping to losers, Mango played longtime homie S2J. According to the GOAT himself, before starting the set, S2J would say something to the tune of "End me, Mango." S2J had been more than used to this in the past, with Mango holding a dominant record against him, but Mango's response was instead, "Nah, you're ending me," before busting out the tertiary Marth, a character S2J had lost to earlier in the bracket.
After getting home from the tournament, Mango strained and answered questions from the fans, and had this to say.
I went to Battle of BC just to see, how I felt. And now I know how I felt. I don't care. And I don't think that's bad.
Let's kick some tail.
I think this is literally me right now. And this is all of you. And this is, I think, what I hope everybody would treat me like Patrick treats Rocky. I think this is how I just want to be treated for the time being. That's just honestly how I feel. I don't I'm not even retiring. I just don't want to play right now. But I know myself, and eventually I'm just gonna see somebody win or somebody do something. I'm gonna be like,
Gotcha!
not in my house.
While Mango is not officially retired as of this video, at some point Mango will try hard at a tournament for the last time. At the end of the day, even if the words Mango and Melee can feel synonymous to fans, the guy can do whatever he wants and doesn't owe us anything. But for those dreading the inevitable, Mango has done this time and time again, dating back as far as Armada's win at Genesis 2 in 2011, needing jealousy and anger to spark the passion and avoid retiring all the way back then.
The nation will always have hope that Mango will awaken Neo mode for one more dub. And if there's one hint in this SpongeBob reference that can keep us believing in the dream, it's that when you let Rocky do his thing, when no one expects it, he wins that race.
After an impressive 5-year tenure with one of esports' most well-known teams, Hugs86 sponsorship with Dignitas has come to a close. These days, whenever someone in our community gets sponsored, we always talk about the sponsor curse, the predestined fate for anyone's first event under a new banner. But this was far from the case for our boy Hugo.
In 2018, the legendary Salmon Samus, just a week after getting picked up to his first major org, Dignitas, went on his greatest run since getting 2nd at EVO 2007. Getting 5th at Genesis 5, Hugs beat Moki, Cyrox, previous #1 Samus Duck, and mid-tier hero Amsa to make Sunday bracket in the top 8 theater. The icing on the cake, the Genesis 5 weekend was also Hugo's birthday, granting his own birthday wish by closing the night surrounded by his friends cheering him on in Oakland.
Although not taking Melee seriously in a number of years, Hugs86 has one of the longest and most meaningful careers in Melee. Beyond his countless Smash accolades he's collected over the years, Hugo came into his own as a content creator who boasts 30k YouTube subscribers, a star role in a BuzzFeed video, and one hell of a right hook that we all got to see in his chess boxing match against fellow beloved community member Toph.
These days, Hugs can be found drinking a Voodoo Ranger and sharing his wisdom with the Twitch community on twitch.tv/Hugs86, mostly playing the finest games of the mind, like chess, VGC Pokemon, and the creme de la creme talking about Smash Twitter.
In other news, in a move no one saw coming, Nintendo recently sent out another cease and desist letter. The creators of Dolphin, the emulator most commonly used to play Melee on, recently announced that the program would be coming to Steam Deck, but Nintendo sent a cease and desist to Valve, preventing them from continuing. Surely this only affects for dorks trying to play mobile Melee on the Steam Deck, and this surely isn't one of the many dominoes falling over to threaten our online community. Surely.
That's all from the Rat City recap. Like this video if you enjoyed it and leave a comment to get featured in the next one. Here's some of our favorites from the last video.
Some kids never had and never will be able to field 4 friends who want to play the same game as them. If anything, I observe the opposite more often. LAN friend groups force more competition than online matchmaking.
I get Sakurai's point. It feels kind of wrong as a 30-year-old to absolutely dumpster on 8-year-olds online.
Ultimate Melee is cool. I might subscribe, but I need more convincing before making the decision. Hey, Celtics in 7. See you next time. Bye-bye.
Peace.